put some icing in our bag and put our first tip on, and we'll be good to go. So grab your bag, take your thing, face it this way, drop it down inside the bag. And it should go the right way. If not, then resituate it and you'll get that. I'm going to do the writing tip, or the Wilton 5. Place it on there, just like that. If it goes over the bag, it's even better. And then just screw that on and you're good to go. Get your icing. Mine's apparently not open. Mix it up just a little bit. Alright, take your bag. You can get the stands to put this on, fold it over, and put your icing in that way, but you can do it this way. Just make an O with your fingers around the bag and then flip it over. Do it as close as you can to the bottom of your tip. That way you avoid getting icing on the end of your bag. And bring your icing over. Get a big old glob of it, or attempt to. And stick it down as far as you can. And then just wipe it off the side with your finger, or against your finger. Alright, and if you did it right, your icing will be as far enough away from the end of your bag as you can see, so where it won't squeeze out the opening. Squeeze it down. Try and massage it to get any air bubbles out. And when you feel like you're good to go, get your bowl and squeeze until it comes out. And make sure it doesn't have any air bubbles at the tip. Then twist it, and I like to flip it over like so. The writing tip, you can write dots, really fancy designs. So let's see here. When you're writing, you want to make sure you keep an even pressure. Okay, if you don't, you'll end up with, a squiggly, awful letter. If you need to with writing, you can use your opposite hand and use it to guide your hand, especially when doing cursive. Voila. Make sure as you're going, you squeeze down your icing. That way it's down at the bottom of the bag and not at the top. You can do, with this tip, you have the dots. You have, you can draw with it, which is kind of obvious. You can also do a really fancy design with it. Also, if you just seen, I scuffed my icing right there. I touched the board or my cake. You can simply just go over that and it's all fixed. To switch tips, just unscrew it, slip that off, pop the tip off, and grab your next tip. Okay, so now that I've got my board cleaned off, we are going to do the Wilton 12 tip. It is basically a humongous circle. With this one, you can do giant dots, pearls, whatever you want to call them. It looks like Hershey Kisses to me. This is also the tip that you want to use to build the base of your flower, which looks like that. And what you do is you put your petals on the outside of it. You can do the smudge design, something like that. And when you do something like this, you want to make sure that you keep even pressure going across and not go too fast. When you're doing any of it, you really don't want to go too fast. You can make faces with it on the cake, like you can do something like this and put a face on it using the writing tip. You can keep it close to the board, do something like that. But you have to use your imagination. So I'm going to clean off my board and show you another tip. Here's the star tip, and this one is the 21 Wilton. You can do the stars, which is just a straight up and down. And if you don't like the peaks, put your cake in the fridge, and when it comes out, the icing will have like this hard shell kind of like on it, and you can just pop those down. It's not that easy when it's not. You want to squeeze and let it build up, and then yank it away. Go about the same width apart, squeeze, let it build up, and pull away. And just continue that. You could do a reverse border, which you kind of go like a C, drag it out, start the opposite side, come around. And see, you want to start here, because I do it all the time, but don't. You have to start from the beginning, just like that. Voila. Look at that, I'm running out of icing. Um, you can do a rope border, which is kind of like an S shape. Or actually, yeah, it's like an S shape. But as you can see, it looks like a rope, a braided rope. So that is that tip. Let me refill my icing bag because it is empty, and I will change tips. Okay, this is the Wilton 233 tip. It's basically a bunch of holes at the ends. You squeeze and then pull away. And you'll get something like grass. You can make noodly, like spaghetti. You see, it's really stringy. It's cool. There's also a flower. I think it's called the mum. But what you do is you go around the entire thing with the grass tip. Of course, this one looks horrible. But you can build on it and go over a spot if you don't like it. Kind of looks like a pom-pom too. But as horrible as it is, that's, yeah. So that's what you could do with this tip. Let's clean our board, change our tip, and I will show you the leaf. Okay, let's show you some of the leaves. Okay, you see what that did there? That's because my tip was the wrong way. But it does look really kind of cool, like a side leaf. So you want to have your tip with the pointy side up. Doesn't matter which side. Okay. So pretty much you just start and you squeeze, hold it, and slowly go out. There's a leaf. You can do a heart leaf. I call it a heart leaf. It looks like a heart to me. Um, you can hold it and kind of jagged it. That looks pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically it. There's really nothing else to show you. Um, it's good for filling in when you do your flowers. It's good for filling in, and it makes it look a lot prettier too. And I'll show you this again when we do the drop flowers, so you can see it up against a flower. And of course, it's all going to be green, so. Okay. This is the tip. It is a 2D, Wilton 2D. And so what you want to do is you want to get a twist in your arm, is what I like to do. Place it, squeeze, and turn. And then there's a flower. I'll do it one more time. Try it the other way. Okay, drop it, squeeze, and turn. Ta-da! The leaf tip back on. And of course, this would look a lot better if it was a totally different color. But yeah, You can make fat friggin' leaves too. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this Creative Minds video. I enjoyed doing cakes and stuff and do-it-yourself projects. So hopefully you'll come back and watch the next video. Thank you.